It's map time. We're here to play map. I've been excited about this one and it's out today. Just a few hours ago it has released, and I already said yesterday I wanted to stream it, and I was like, should I, will I have time after work? But the dev sent me a key today, so I was like, well, that seals the deal. And of course, thank you very much to the devs for the key, because yes, I've been waiting for this game, and we can have a stream today and enjoy. So in this game, if you haven't seen it yet, if you haven't seen the demo, we make maps and we look for treasure. We will be visiting different islands. We have to mark things out, and there also might be like extra clues for extra things to find. So keep your eye out at all times for anything in the environment that it looks like it might be pointing us to some treasures, so we can go and uncover them. So yes, welcome everyone, welcome Joel, welcome Crystal, hello Jinjin and Digibob, saw you somewhere there. So yes, I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to yet another off-schedule stream this week. So let's kick it off. Let's get into the game. I've only gotten as far as the title screen so far. Didn't have time to check anything else, so let me know if like the music's too loud or anything like that. We'll be adjusting. Let's go play. The art's so cute. Look at her. Look at how cute she is. She angry. She's inspired by the pictures of ancient civilization. I think that's what it was in the demo. They're looking for some ancient treasure. Hiring cartographer for Billy's bunch. We are searching for the Raven King's lost treasure and need your navigation skills to follow the traces he left behind. Yes, let's apply for this random job that flew through our window. It's kind of like in the Who Summoned It, right? Where just letter falls from the sky and we're summoned to fulfill our destiny. That's amazing! You're a fully fledged cartographer and want to join us?
Map.
Are they just saying map? That means you could just walk around the island and mark that tree on the map.
Map.
And all that just with your sense of direction and the outline of the island. So we can run, we can jump, and we can open the map. So this is our tutorial island. That's our boat. Amazing feat of engineering. Character called Map in Dora the Explorer. I've never really watched that. It's kind of, I'm too old. Yes, we have a fantastic boat, and yes, we got our map. We can place the marker. So that's how we basically solve the puzzle. We use the marker like we're in Geoguessr to say where we think the target is. We can also draw on our map. We have a pencil so we can draw things. We also have got crayons, we can draw things. Rawr. Dinosaur! Wow, that's a terrible dinosaur. Forgive my drawing skills. Rawr. Beautiful art. Okay, so we gotta uncover where the tree is. So where the tree is basically, we have this little bay, and then on the opposite side of the bay, there is a tree. And it's on like the thicker, sticky outy bit. Okay, so I think the tree is just about here. Am I right about it? Not 0.8 steps. Only 2 stars. Well, well, well. Awesome. This is amazing. I always hold the map the wrong way around. No wonder we hardly get anywhere. Haha. Okay, well, we've done the tutorial. Traveling and retrying missions. Select a mission to retry and click travel. You can also travel without a mission and explore the island freely. Okay, so that will help us with like, oh, if we want to find extra treasures, we can just explore islands. Voice inside me says the Raven King's treasure will contain only more maps. That is a possibility. Let's go here then.
Map.
Can you find your way around this island too?
Map.
I was so bored when we weren't making any progress that I built a sandcastle. Mark it on your map and show us what you can do. Okay, so we have to find where the sandcastle is on the beach. This one. So tiny. But yes, this is where it teaches us about landmarks, right? Because it's harder to find things on giant islands, so we can discover more things. So now, on our map, it tells us the landmark is here, so that we can orient ourselves, because this island is perfectly circular, and so we would struggle to do anything otherwise. Okay. So it's basically, this marker is here, and the sandcastle is gonna be right above, like halfway between the marker and the shore, I would say. Yeah, right on it. 3 stars this time. Fortunately, just off enough so I didn't crash the sandcastle. That would have been mean. There we go. Like, just there. Awesome. That was absolutely insane. You have to join our crew. Okay, this was a test. We passed the test. And we can travel forward to the next island.
Map.
By the way, I'm Billy. Only now they tell us their name. Leader of Billy's bunch. The crew that will find the lost treasure of the Raven King. But to follow his tracks, we desperately need someone like you. Someone with exceptional cartography skills.
Map.
To be honest, I've always taken care of that so far.
Map.
I've tried counting my steps, but, well, I don't even know which way is north. I even got some grid paper that with a scale, but I think it's definitely better off with you rather than with me. How about it? Would you like to give it a try? Just mark the pile of stones on the beach on your map. So we've unlocked some new tools. Where do these giant icons come from? From the map gods. The map gods send us their markers. They answer our prayers. Okay, so we can count steps when we walk. So that will help us with things, because now we've got grid, and it tells us that 1 square is 10 steps. So that's how we can be more accurate on our maps. Okay, so the stone pile is over there. So it's basically straight on from this kind of where the base starts going outwards, right? So this is the place here. That's where we're starting our journey, and we're gonna be going along this line. So let's count those steps. Basically 5. Basically 5 steps to the stone pile, which means we're halfway, right? Halfway through this this grid. So let's try the marker then. No? No? Okay. 2.1 steps out. Interesting. Let me try and remeasure then. Okay, if I stand in the middle of where the stone pile is, it still comes up as 5. So maybe I just divided it in half incorrectly. Like, just, nah, it does look off. It doesn't look like half. Because it would have to be quite much further, since it's saying that's still away. Okay, that gives us 0.7. How many is it from? We can, yeah. I'm like trying to get to grips. Like, measure this bay. So this base is kind of, yeah, huh. Oh, okay. I think I've misunderstood the scale. If I just let you look behind my cam really quick. I've taken this label that's here as it's saying 1 measure, it's 10 steps. But I guess because the line stretches across 2 squares, it's actually 2 squares are the 10 steps, because that would then align with more with this size. So yes, each square is 5 steps wide, which means, yes, I should have put it there. And that would have perfectly aligned. Yeah, okay. I understand now what my mistake was.
Map.
You are absolutely amazing. I have to introduce you to the other 2 members of Billy's bunch, Bite and Milo. Yes, I'm absolutely amazing. I just had to figure out how scales work. Don't mind me.
Map.
Bite. Oh, he's a robot. We have robot on our team. Hello, how may I help you today?
Map.
Bite is our brilliant translator. She can understand up to 9 languages and is super fast at calculating and solving puzzles. But most importantly, she can read the glyphs of the Ravenfold.
Map.
That is correct, but I don't have enough information to decipher the glyphs. In order to figure out where the next islands are, I need to know where the cartoglyph is on the map. And that's where you come in. With your help, it will be a piece of cake. The cartoglyph is a stone cube, almost as big as you, and covered in glyphs. Oh wait, before I forget, just a moment, I'll just wait.
Map.
There you go. Now you have a compass rose on your map. Cool, isn't it? Okay, we've unlocked compass, one of our basic tools. Okay, so this is actually all aligned north. But do we have a compass on our person? It doesn't seem like we do. So we just have to deal. Okay, so there's something on the hill up there. I assume it's the cube. Let's see. Yeah, looks cubey. Looks cubey to me. And it is indeed covered in glyphs. And there is a landmark here. We can use the landmark. And it also has directions on the landmark. So we can say north, east, west, and all that. So we can actually measure from the middle of the landmark to the cube. Now that we have the correct information, how many steps east. Okay, so 6 to 7, it's kind of like, you know, you can't go into objects, so it's 6 and a bit step to this cube, which means it's 5 steps to a grid, so it will be just slightly behind the line. Yes, it's 6, 7 again. There we go, perfect. Actually landed on the cube. Got an achievement for it as well.
Map.
Everyone just says map.
Map.
I understand.
Map.
Next, you have to mark the rabbit burrow on the east beach. Oh, I just saw that. There's a big oak tree right next to it. Wait, I'll draw it on the map for you. Okay, so we're getting more markers in our map. Okay, so we have to go to the tree and we have to find a rabbit burrow. I already see the rabbits. Hello, little rabbits. Can I pet? No pet. Please, I need pet. Well, okay, fine. I'll leave you alone. So which one of you is the oak tree then? Well, it has to be like steps from the shore. I assume this is the one then. Right? Because it would be going through here. Yeah, about 7 to this place. Yeah, I think that's the right tree. But then what? Is this the rabbit burrow? It has like a little hole in it and bunch of ground. Hello very much, Craft. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Map. You think I can solve puzzles better than AI? I mean, hopefully, you know, playing puzzle games will not be replaced with AI. Okay, if this is the burrow, then we need to measure from the tree again. Like, we know which line we're following, so we just need to get the count. Okay, so it's 5 spot on. So from the tree, but the tree is offset from the grid, so we basically have to get the same amount of offset past the line. So it will be about here. There we go. Perfect, spot on, even landed on the little tree trunk.
Map.
Will the rabbit burrow help with decryption?
Map.
No, I just like rabbits. I decoded the cartography a long time ago. We need to go to the following coordinates next. You little sneaky robot. Just going like, no, I just wanted to see some rabbits before we go. Don't worry about it. Next island. There's a little shovel sticker, so maybe we'll finally learn how to dig up some treasures.
Map.
Oh, wow, amazing! You really did it! Our first new island. You are incredible. I could never do that.
Map.
Next, we should look for a starfish family. Okay? Mark the cluster of starfish by the ruin. Also, the person that's supposed to be, like, leading this expedition, he's just constantly going on about, like, I'm not good at this, I'm not good at that. I'm like, so what good are you for this expedition, It just sounds like we should be getting a bigger cut of this treasure. Yeah, fishes. Can we pet the fishes? No, we cannot also pet the fishes. Seagulls? Can we pet the seagulls? Nope. Hello, seagull. We can just run in the water. Okay, starfish family. Near the ruin. Well, this doesn't look... This looks like a rock formation rather than a ruin. Here, so that's not a ruin. Now there are some... Okay, some ruins here. Lead and bring people together. Fine. Someone, I guess, has to be in charge. Okay, so there's a bunch of ruins, like some sort of totem. There's a marker. It's new landmark, but it doesn't give us directions. This one doesn't have uncovered markings for northeast and west. I mean, I would expect starfish to be in the water, right? They don't, like, live on the shore. Why is there, like, snowflakes? What are the snowflakes all about? Interesting. Oh, there's the starfish. Okay, so the starfish are here, just in the sand, from this way from the landmark. I guess we're still oriented east. Like, it's still the same orientation as our map here. Okay. So, we measure our steps from the starfish. Actually, it's from the starfish to the middle. It's one step, so there will be one step down. But then we align with the landmark. And we count. I'm not sure that's quite aligned. Okay, let me try from this side. Because this says 10. But I'm not sure I did the line exact. Okay, it doesn't go into the middle of that building. It goes towards this upper corner more like. Okay, so that's 11 steps from the middle of that. And like just 2 above. So 11 steps would be about here. And then like 1 or 2 steps down about here. So confirm this. Nope, too far out. 1.2 steps. Okay, well, we're gonna accept it. Can't be perfect. A ruin? I knew it. That means Raven City is... It is... Oh dear, this is Milo, the 3rd member of Billy's bunch. He's not very good with strangers, but don't worry about it. He was like that with all of us at first.
Map, 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 map. Map,
He was
map, map,
actually
map.
against taking in anyone else. Right. Oh, but he's like, you can't see him. No, don't move the game. Like, should I move somewhere else? Look at his embarrassed face. Like he's hiding behind a book. He's so embarrassed. Starfish die in sunlight if they are not in water. Okay, so this is not good for the starfish then. The important thing is that he's as cunning as a fox when it comes to history. He's actually already studying with the 8th graders. Okay, so we're all like children. He's our expert on the Ravenfall. And it's thanks to him that we have these maps here at all. So what does that mean now, Milo? How do we proceed from here? I would say, well, if it's okay, can you mark the ruins in the north next? But only if you want to. I'm not sure it's a cat. It looks more like a raccoon or a tanuki, maybe. Where's Firefly? Downstairs, I assume. I think she's still just lounging in the heat. Okay, ruins to the north, you say? I assume to the north of here, yeah, those ones there. Okay, so we're gonna have to do, again, multi-step measuring. Red panda, also a possibility. Okay, so if we go this way, about 4 steps. Okay, so 4 steps sends us to about here. And now we're gonna be going north from here towards the ruin. And how many steps is that gonna be? Okay, 12 to the middle. So 12, 10 is two squares, so about here, I would say. Let's bring the marker in then. There we go. Perfect. Much better than the starfish.
Map, 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 map. Map.
There's something scribbled on the ruins. A treasure map? Have we found the treasure of the Raven King already? We have to dig it up immediately. Oh, I assume it's not the treasure of the Raven King, just some smaller treasure. Shovel. A shovel. Does anyone have a shovel? What do you mean you didn't bring a shovel? I thought you were in charge. Hello there. Okay. Are you like a fairy? She's got little cowboy boots, or oh no, maybe they're like just rain boots. But yes, she's some sort of garden fairy with giant fork. Oh, Rue, hello. Okay, you two know each other. I heard you need a shovel. I can lend you one on one condition. Oh, what? Really? I want to join your crew.
Map, map.
Why?
Map.
That's none of your business. Okay, she's got some attitude.
Map.
I'm against it, and Milo probably is too. I'm all for it. The face on her. Tool unlock. Dig for treasure anywhere. Keep an eye out for hints. Little Miss Shovel, the counterpart to Mr. Crowbar. Yes, always need those. Like, I can't believe they went on an expedition and they didn't bring a shovel, a crowbar, and things like that, right? You always need those. I never leave my home without a shovel and a crowbar. Okay, so we've got tools menu. There we go. Shovel, steps. Okay, well, so here, okay, it's telling us that on the island there is a treasure in between like the two little pokey out bits. Very, you know, professional map making terminology. Pokey out bits. Also a torch and a rope. Yeah. And then what? If anyone stops you outside, it's just like, oh yeah, that's just my adventuring tools. Don't worry about it. Okay, 2 pokey out bits. And then, okay, so I think this is here. I think this is this coastline here on that ruin, which means it's somewhere around here. Okay, so let's follow this coastline and see. Forgot a ball gown and emergency tools. Yes, of course. In case there is some sort of party we need to sneak into. Okay, is it on this little beach here? Potentially? We can climb up and see. Yeah, that looks like this could be this coastline. So let's dig. There we go. A treasure! What do we find? There's a box inside the treasure chest.
Map.
Map. Are you alright, Billy? It was very unlikely that this would be the big treasure. Please don't be disappointed. Disappointed? Fiddlesticks! We have found our first treasure! A sticker box! How exciting! Yes, stickers are very exciting. Now you no longer have to draw everything in with a pen. You can also make quick markings with stickers. So handy.
Map.
We should take the sticker box to the museum and not keep it for ourselves like scavengers. That's wrong. Okay, the robot's like, what are you doing? This is precious treasure. Okay, off to the next island, I guess. They even get to try out our stickers first. Rue is a pixie, and she likes playing pranks on people. Very well. Now you're going to help me. I'm looking for a particular flower. It smells like it's not from this world. It's beautiful and persistent. It's just perfect. Unfortunately, I'm not really sure where it may be. Well, we'll find it for sure. If necessary, we'll mark all the flowers on the island. I like how he's just committing us to that job, right? He's just like, yeah, we'll map all the flowers. That won't be necessary. I actually know that the raven flower isn't one of those little yellow and white ones. Perhaps you will find a flower that is a different color. From now on, you can find optional treasures to dig up. This island has free. Okay, keep your eyes out for any optional maps. Okay, mark a flower that's not white or yellow. So we have to look around. We have to look around and find it first. And then we have to figure out how to do it. Okay. Immediately, something here behind this corner. Okay, so it's a thing that looks like a foot, and it's then under the foot. And if we look here, there is a little bit that looks like a foot. So, okay, where's them stickers? There we go. Stickers. We can put X marks the spot for treasure here. We also have the sticker for the little pier, and we have the sticker for bees. Bees. Giant bees. Okay, they're in the sea with the sea monster. Okay, so that's one treasure for us to find. What else you got here on this island? Okay, there's more and more ruins. Some rabbits as well. Lots of rabbits. There's just rabbits all over those islands. Bees. Okay, we've got a marker. This one's got directions, so we can see which way we're going. Okay, so we're here. So if we want to make it to that treasure, we have to go south and east from here. Okay, well, let's check out this building because there might be more treasure clues on walls inside of here. Another one of those feather totems. Okay, not seeing any treasure things. Like there were some sort of paintings on this wall, but I don't think they're treasure clues. They're more decorative. Okay, little ruins here. That's back to our boat. Okay, well let's look around the other stuff then. Go towards where the first treasure is marked. Looks like there's something on those rocks there. Like something's on the top. Can we climb on here? Yes, we can. That's just some... Oh, it's some branches. But it kind of looks like it's marked up, right? It's as if it's marking some sort of corner. Curious. But obviously there isn't a corner on the map itself, right? So what is it referring to, like some of those walls? Because this is like, it's a grid-based wall. And there's a big tower. I've just kind of omitted seeing it. Well, let's just draw it with our crayon for reference that we saw this. We'll need to interpret this somehow. What else? Can we get in the tower? Is there an entrance? It doesn't appear like there is an entrance. Maybe I've been like, you know, what is now underground, so we can't see it anymore. Okay, so we should be approaching the foot. Yes, there it is. Yeah, it does look like it's something of the grid, but there's multiple squares in the grid. Okay, well, so this should be the first treasure somewhere here. If we dig on this shore. There we go. We've got a rabbit sticker. That's our first reward. Any more clues here? Looks like we can climb up here. Anything we can see? Oh, I see a flower. I see a flower that's not yellow or white. There it is. That one looks special. And so if we want to mark this one up, we will have to mark it, okay, from this landmark. So we will be going south first. Surely that's 5 steps. Okay, are those perfectly aligned with the grids of the map? Yeah, okay, it's 5 steps and 5 steps. So from the landmark, 5 south and then 5 east. So it's basically here in this corner. Perfectly on it, didn't destroy it. There we go. Excuse me, I looked around and I think the corners of the houses are hiding a cartography secret. So we should take a closer look at...
Map.
But we haven't found the raven flower yet. Okay, so you're saying this is not the flower. There are other flowers here that are not the flowers you wanted. My programmer taught me that it's wrong to interrupt people. It's impolite. You don't do that. Impolite? Me? I just want to Oh, forget it.
Map, 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 map.
What did you want to say, Milo? It's okay.
Map, map, map.
No,
map,
really,
map,
Milo.
map,
You
map,
wanted us to
map,
take a
map.
closer look at something. No, well, if possible, mark the corner of the house with the white stone somewhere northeast of the landmark. Mark the corner of the ruin with the white stone northeast of the landmark. Okay. Well, northeast of the landmark, so that's there. Oh, do you mean... Is this the white stone that you wanted to do? Okay, well, if we know those things are 5 steps across, so it should be 10 steps east, 5 steps north. So basically 10 here and then 5 here. Yes, we found 4 cloves of raven flowers, so we will still need to look for it. There we go. Perfect.
Map, 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 map. Map, map, map,
We still
map.
have 6 maps from Milo, but no further coordinates to locate the next islands.
Map, map, map.
Have you seen a new
Map, map,
cartography
map,
on the
map.
island? Without it, we're stuck here. Okay, so we're gonna have to mark the cartoglyph, but yes, before that, let us try and focus on some of the optional things. I'm just checking for extra. I wonder if this is where we go. But yes, let's go back up there, because yes, it definitely was like looking like some of the grids that are below us, right? There's just multiple one of them. Like, does it mean a specific corner? Does it mean like there, because there's a square with the branches? Like, if we started from below here, because like one of the branches looks shorter, right? It's not, they're not the same length, so it doesn't mean like go 5 steps, then 10 steps, and then it's gonna be there, which would then point at that dirt pile in the corner. So let's check out the dirt pile, see if we can dig anything up. No? Not the dirt pile? Okay. Well, it was quite suspicious. But that's not it. Okay, we haven't been in that, this kind of area of the map yet. So let's see what else is here. There is a little gate. Just more normal flowers. Some seashells. I mean, I haven't even actually seen the cartoglyph either, so it's not like we can do... Ah, there it is. Found it. Okay, so here it is. That's where we're gonna be marking to get out of here. But that means there is a treasure we have a clue for and haven't found, and there is a third one that I haven't even seen the clue. Like, the tower is suspicious. Why can't we get in there, right? Can we see something inside? There's a tree growing inside the tower. You can see that through the hole. There's some just sticking out stones. We should use the wall with the stone top for the branch puzzle. You mean this? Let's see. Because it feels like we're up top here, so we should be seeing something from here. Right. Like that wall and then up from it. It would be funny if there were just like 2 crossed sticks somewhere. Flower? I don't think we're looking for flower anymore, right? Because they were like, oh no, just look for the cartography, unless you mean start from the flower. I'm like, any of those branches arranged in just a cross to tell us that the treasure is here? I mean, we could dig in a corner of every square, see if that does anything. Could those white branches represent the white wall? I mean, that's what I was trying to see, but then they're not equal lengths, so it would be this, like, that would be a cross, but then there isn't a white here. And then what? It would be in this corner? There's also like a white pillar here. Flower in the corner. I mean, yes, there is flowers like all over the corners. Okay, that made a little mound. But that's not treasure. I mean, so it wanted us to find a flower and we did. It just wasn't the raven flower. The branches are walls as a perspective puzzle. So the cross is next to the landmark. Or you mean like if we align it with something as we stand here? It's like depending on how we stand, like we could do this, right? So it aligns with walls, and yes, then the cross is kind of basically in the middle of that area. So we can try that. Just jump off. There we go. Okay. Yes, we just had to look at it from the right perspective, and we get the sticker for the tower. So we can specifically stick the tower where it is. There we go. It's here. But yes, I haven't even seen the third clue, so let's try with the cube then. The cube is here. So if we start counting steps from the cube and alongside the walls, we get like 7.5 to get to the white wall. Let me start from the wall. Yeah, 7.5, 8, so 8 down. And then from the white wall, if we go towards the marker, is there a cave near the foot? We can go and look in a second. Oops, there's a hole. We gotta jump over, okay. Can we count steps while we're jumping over? Apparently we've counted 100 steps already, but no, we can't do this. Okay, so 2, let's say 2, then 3. Okay, so if we that's 9 together. Like if there's changes in elevation, it won't count. Okay, so that's about 15, including all of the issues. So 15 would be all the way out here. And then it was about 8 down. So it would be around here, I think. There we go. Perfect. Even with all the jaggedy edges, landed right on the cube.
Map.
Okay. While Bart is thinking, Milo asked me to ask you if you could perhaps check a theory he has. He wondered whether all the houses here are 5 steps long, and then he asked me what I thought about it and whether I could ask you if you had seen a house that was 3 steps long. Okay. We want to find a ruin that's 3.2 and 3 by 2 steps long. Well, there was like a tiny house in the corner. This. So let's see if it's 3 by 2. Okay, that's 3 steps. And that's 2 steps. Okay, so this is the one. We just have to figure out how to mark it. But before we do this, because it's gonna kick us off the island, we're gonna go see near the foot if there's any caves or other like secret places to go into. Because there's like this whole path on the coast here. That's on this side. There's also bees. Hello, bees. How you doing? Got any interesting bees knees? Ah, oops. I got an achievement for swimming too far and dying. Too small to be called a house. Maybe they were very tiny. I mean, it says it's the Ravens' folk or something, right? Raven are not that big. That would be a huge house for them. Ah, there we go. There's a cave. And there is indeed a marking that once again seems to refer to the grids. Okay, let me just erase some of my previous stuff. Okay, so it's saying we've got this, and then we've got an X in the middle. Okay, well let's look at the grid. Other houses. I mean, we can measure the other houses, but they're obviously if they're bigger, they're gonna not be 3 by 2. Like there's stuff here, right? We could measure this one and see how big it is, but it looks bigger than 3 by 2 already. Because it's too wide. But then it's probably gonna be longer than 3. Right? Because this one is 2 by 4. So that's bigger. So I presume it's this one. I'm just looking for treasure first. Okay, so if we go up top again, so I can get a better look on the grid situation. Okay, so is it basically near the tree? Let's see. Because around the marker, the tower is in this corner. Okay, so we've got this 2 by 2 grid. And then this, and there's the stuff below. It's additional 2 squares. So this is like the below part. Then there is more squares over there. So it comes out like this. Which means the only place we can recreate that shape, right, is this on the markings. Which means there should be treasure here. Yes, it's a good thing she has the perfect control over her step size, so that she can do this. That's why she's a professional cartographer. There we go. Treasure. It's a sticker of a treasure chest, so that we can mark that there was treasure. There we go. Okay. Well, let's focus now on marking this ruin that we think is the right size ruin. Hello, rabbits. Yes, very big chest for a single sticker. Okay, so if we measure like from the middle of it, going up this staircase. Okay, so about 12 steps to get to the first wall. And we're sort of in the middle of that wall. So we get... yeah, 2.5 steps, so that's not bang in the middle. So okay, it's 5 up from the marker, then about 7 to the west. So from the marker we go 5 up, then we go in the middle here, and then we go about 12 steps up, and then slightly to the side, right? Because we were alongside the wall, so we want to move slightly to the side to be in the middle of the building. Since I measured from here, so if I want to be in the middle of that, I have to like take a step here. So yes, around this location, I think. There we go. Perfect. 0 steps. It's not perfectly in the middle of the building, but it's good enough. It's good enough. 3 stars for us.
Map.
I managed to decode the discrepancies in the data. And it almost seems as if the Raven King himself created these glyphs to guide us. He says that only a skilled cartographer can follow his tracks. Awesome! That's what we have, a skilled cartographer in Billy's bunch now. He writes that in order to move forward, we must first find a treasure on this island. It is located 13 steps north and 7 steps west of the tower. Okay. 13 steps north and 7 steps west of the tower. Okay, the tower is like probably a step thick as well. So from here we will go 12 steps. The chest is in the way. Oh, come on. Okay, so about here. And then 7 steps west. Okay, that's 2, 3. Okay, so around here, just very inaccurately measured because the walls were in the way. There we go, there is a treasure. Ooh, what's this?
Map.
Whoa! Are the dividers ready? Are the dividers ready from the Raven King? That's so cool! Now we just have to find the treasure. Incredible! That belongs in the museum together with the sticker box. He's very concerned about the museum assets. Okay, so we get a new tool and a new island to explore. So what's here? What's here? I think it said there was one treasure optional.
Map.
Brooke, shall we go and look for your flower on this island? No, she's sad.
Map.
You know what?
Huh?
How about a picnic with fruit, pancakes, and cookies? That always cheers up my little sister when she's having one of her tantrums. Excuse me? Tantrums? Great. Then it's settled. Now we just need a great view. Oh, and flowers, because you like them so much.
Map.
So we're looking for the highest point on the island with a small flower meadow. We've unlocked the tool. Using the dividers, yes, we can open the map and we can measure. Select a pencil or draw of your dividers. Yes, okay. so we can measure something. Like, you know, I mean, we have a grid, so we don't need to measure 10 steps, except we can then rotate it around, so we can measure 10 steps diagonally and all that, right? And then, okay, so we can just add the pencil. Okay, you just click, you don't need to draw. Cool, I get it. There we go. We're getting professional tools in our toolbox. Do I like mastermind games? And is in the ones with like where you have to guess the order of colors? Because that's the only thing I know as a mastermind game. Where you have a color combination and you have to work out what it is. Okay, so we're looking for a picnic spot. Someone was trying to build here. They got interrupted mid-building and disappeared. Just ancient scaffoldings. Any treasure here on this little island? Can we pre-dig for treasure? Okay, nothing here. Just checking, just in case. Another tower. We can get into this one, but there are no stairs. Oh, but there is a map. Okay, so it's showing us a little circular island, which is where we just were? Or is this? How much progress have we made compared to demo? We are now we're past the demo. Like the previous island, it was in the demo, but tasks were different. Like like there wasn't a cube last time. I know that, and I didn't see all of the treasures last time, so this island is completely new, and presumably the various other things are new. And the tools, like there weren't as many tools last time. Okay, so based on that, is the treasure basically here? Oh, we have a sticker, we don't need to draw that. Like somewhere here? Like I think it's rotated. It's not exactly the same orientation as our map. Okay, well let's go and explore more so we can orient ourselves better. Get some markers around. Yeah, there we go. There's a marker. So that's it. That's all the way on top of the island. There is some buildings, logs we can cross. Okay, there's more flowers here. So this could be a picnic spot, right? Because this is quite high up and there are flowers. Yeah, highest point with flowers. So that's what they wanted. There isn't anything higher unless there are flowers in the tower, but we can't go up there. So that won't be happening. So I think this is it. But we need to figure out, okay, so that's the round post there. And we're then more along this place here. Like we're approximately here, I think. We just need to narrow that down because yeah, it's not exactly aligned now, right, with the cardinal directions. But we can count steps from here. Just about 7 steps to the middle here. So if we use this, now we can actually measure steps more precisely because I assume one mark is 1 step. So we can actually like get the precise measurement of 7 steps. And then we can rotate that and, you know, measure 7 much better along a line. I think we were basically aligned perfectly in the middle, like between the 2 markers. So we can make a line here. Right, because we were going in between here. So that's 7. So is it here? Is this the picnic spot you're looking for? There we go. Perfect. So that's the picnic spot. I'm feeling much better now. Thank you, Billy. That was really delicious, thank you.
Map, 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 map.
I'm sorry, but if you're having food, you have to share, right? I'm sure chat is hungry once again. You said there will be pancakes and stuff, and then you don't even give us anything? Thanks, Billy. By the way, I noticed that our raft has a hole in it. Our raft is leaking? Is it going to sink? Are we going to die? Fiddlesticks. I just need a little bit of wood to fix it. Nothing unusual.
Map, 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 map.
I'm sure I saw a stack of wooden planks somewhere around here. They want us to find the wooden planks so we can fix the raft. Yes, it was not as an eventful picnic like the other picnic we were organizing with Sherlock and Watson. That was a whole thing. Just checking everywhere. Hi, bees. Bees everywhere. Good things the bees are friendly. Let's see. Are those the planks? I mean, I guess... I thought it was just like a platform, or it looks like a small raft itself. But I guess those might be the planks. Because I don't see much else that just looks like a bunch of planks. But how are we gonna measure that? Oh, and I was going to check that treasure as well. So let's see. I assume that's the bigger circle island here. So there's the big circle island, and then there's the little circle island. I assume this is basically this rock here. And so we have to follow the coast, and then it goes inland more. Okay, we have to be at the top then. At the top, and there's the treasure. Okay, let's climb. Let's climb up again. Can we get up here? No, not here. Okay, we're gonna run around again. The bees are fat. Wow. I mean, they are pretty round. You're not wrong. But you know, they're just living their life. They're happy here. Okay, so... is this treasure somewhere around here? Maybe not. Maybe that's not the right thing. Let me check that out again. Okay, so it gives us the big circle island, because this is basically this stuff here, like this circle and this shape is what it gives us on the right side there. And then yes, it goes across. Okay, it shows us the thing across here. Like it goes towards this, and that's like the rest of the coast it's showing. Yeah, so it would align with the treasure being somewhere there. Just maybe I'm marking it too big so I can't align it too well. Ah. So based on that, it should be when we go past this island, follow this coast. And then just after it basically goes in. But yes, is it on the beach side? Is it on top where we just were? Feels like I'm missing the precision. Okay, maybe let's do the planks then. The planks are basically right near to this little circle island. Just towards the coast. I think a little further to the right, okay. Let's measure from here to the planks. Okay, so just under 6 steps. Are there any games similar to this one? I'm not sure. Like there was another demo I played recently. It's called Beware of the Cartographer. But like from the demo, I need to put that video out at some point. Like yes, you do basically around the kind of the same mechanics where you're supposed to draw maps, but there's a lot of talking. Okay, so if we turn this, so it's basically going from the island towards the shore. Then it would be somewhere around here, where this line ends. Yes, because it aligns with this little space here. Around 3 steps from that. Yeah, so that's basically around here. That all seems to match. So is this the planks? Because that's the one thing I'm not sure of. It's like, are those things on the ground here the planks? There we go. Perfect. Okay, those were the planks. Look, Milo, is as good as you? Phew, that's a relief. Next, I would like to take a look at the stone basket with the hammer. Why is there so much stone lying around here anyway? Well, the stones for their houses have to come from somewhere. Actually, so you're saying they mine stone here? Yes. With their wings? Yes. Okay, they're like, birds can mine? So, what are we thinking for this treasure? Is this just further inland? Is it still on top of that place where I was before? Because it feels to me like that should be it, that it's on top of the ridge. Like somewhere here, maybe it's like further, like where this kind of ground is. So there we go. Okay, I just wasn't far enough inland for it. We get a pickaxe sticker for showing that we found the pickaxe here. There we go. Pickaxe for treasure. Perfect. Okay, what did he want now? Stone basket with a hammer. Oh, just this thing slightly further inland? Okay. I think on the map it said there was only one optional treasure here, so I think we're good. Okay, so it's actually straight line, like from where we marked the planks and the island, so we just need to continue the line. So let's count those steps. Okay, 8 and a tiny bit. So let's set the measurement. Like put 8 and a tiny bit, very accurate. And then if we just continue on this line. Right, so it aligns with the line we previously made. That should be where that is. There we go. Perfect. I am professional with those tools. The Raven people were very advanced for their time.
Map, map, map,
And
map.
the Raven King's treasure must be something incredible. There we go, next island is. So we found the one treasure that was there, the 3 treasures that were there, yes. So there are 3 treasures on this next map. So we need to watch out for those.
Map, 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 map.
Wow,
Map,
look,
map.
Rue, so many flowers.
Map, map.
We're
Map,
definitely
map,
going to find your flower here. So what's so special about the flower?
map, map.
The raven flower is known for its perfection, be its appearance, its scent, or its adaptability.
Map, 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 map.
Phew, that
Map,
must
map,
be
map.
pretty exhausting.
Map, 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 map.
Yeah,
Map, map.
maybe. But she can also grant wishes. Okay, wish flower.
Map, map.
Wishes,
Map, map, map.
wow, that's so cool.
Map, 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 map.
Right? Then
Map,
I'll
map.
finally fit into my perfect family. I'll be nice, well behaved, and friendly. Okay, so you're none of those things then.
Map, 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 map,
But
map.
true.
Map, map.
You're already nice and friendly.
Map, map.
She doesn't feel like it.
Map, map, map,
Anyway,
map.
let's get started. Mark all red flowers on the island. Multiple missions. You have multiple missions active at the same time. You can submit them in any order. Okay, so now we're learning that, yes, Mike, red rose bush, red poppy flower, and red hanging flowers. Okay, well, now I'm on the missions, but I have to be somewhere, supposedly. So yes, the red rose bush is just here in front of us. Obviously, we have to find out where here is first, because we don't know where we're starting, so we have to find some good markers. So I found some rabbits. Hello, little rabbits. There's a tower, another tower for us to see. Okay, that's the poppies with butterflies. More ruins, hammers, axes. Don't have a crowbar, but we could maybe sneak an axe. And that's the hanging flowers, I presume. Okay, so we've found them. Well, now we need to get some markers. Or figure out where the starting position was based on other context clues. Okay, we can actually get some more of the buildings now. Oh, okay. So there is a treasure between 2 towers somewhere. Keep that in mind. Here, just more wooden planks. Okay, so between that tall tower and that tower with the little something that looks like campfire sticks between, because that's what it looks on like here. But the smaller tower has to be on the right side when we look at it. And somehow we have to get on that ridge. Are we going to finish the game today? I'm not sure, because I'm not sure how actually long it is. I think it said it's like 20 islands. But I wasn't planning to stream for super long. Like, I was thinking, you know, 2 to 3 hours today. Because I've been to work today, I have work tomorrow, and it's hot again, so I didn't want to like be here for an extended amount of time. I like, you know, spending time with you all and streaming and all that, but this isn't my usual spot, so I don't want to overdo it. Okay, so this is another clue. I assume it's showing us like various spots around the map. There's a variety of here. Like, there are towers, there's tree stumps, so we have to pay attention to that. It's like there's a bunch of tree stumps over there, so that might align with the tree stumps. Like, As much as we have drawing tools in here, I'm like, I'm gonna take a picture of that for reference so I can look around and see if I can see that. So what's going on here? Okay, this tower is on a marker. Yeah. So we've got a landmark here. So we can now say where this tower is on the map. Any other clues around here? No. So the tree stumps. Yes, there's quite a bunch. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on that clue, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over here. Okay, so the tree stumps are the way. We just have to find the right orientation of them. Okay, so there were like 2 tree stumps close to each other. Yeah, unfortunately no air conditioning here. I have a fan like just under my desk pointed at me just to get myself unmelty. Okay, so if I'm looking at this correctly, the treasure should be around here. There we go. We got a tree stump for our sticker collection. There we go. There are tree stumps here. You should know this. An achievement for 10 stickers. Okay, so to orient ourselves on this map, we have this marker and we can look in a direction and there's the little islands. Okay, so it's basically I'm just like, where am I looking? I'm looking under those islands. So we're looking south right now for our vision to align. So I'm just marking that up. Okay. So this is south. It's not marked on the thing, but that at least lets me know where I'm pointing. So this is where we found the treasure. So how many steps is that, just so I can maybe use it to locate other things? No, no dig. Switch to steps. Okay, about 3 steps along this line was the treasure. Ah, no, don't draw that. Okay, well, we can use it to draw in circles as well. We do this 3 steps to the south from here. Align it like this. This is where the treasure was. That's that piece of information. Then can we go towards that other tower, like if we climb through on the rocks here, like on top of the gate? Is this climbable? There we go. Very safe. Don't try this at home. Okay, so that's where this other tower is. It's basically in the water. But that would have to be, I guess, because there is this water ridge through here, right? And if we were looking south, looking at the treasure, that means we're looking north, like the other tower is towards the north. So like somewhere that direction. But then it's probably this thing here. This is the tower with the sticks at the top and the feathers on the side. They're not really feathers. They're just more like a triangle shapes. Okay, so that's over there. And then that other clue said that if we're looking at the two towers, somehow the treasure is in between them. So it's like on this ridge here. Not rich enough for climbable ancient ruins. Yeah, I mean, who can own that by themselves, right? Okay, so it just says like in between the two towers. I guess there isn't any more detail about that. We just have to figure that out. Well, if so, can we measure? Okay, this is more than 10 steps. It's maybe like 12 and a half. So we're looking for 6 and a bit. And then we can... I've opened it more. Okay, well, if we mark the line between the two towers, right, that gives us the straight line. And then we get the 6 and a bit steps. And we measure along the same line. So it should be around there on the island. If we can find where that exactly falls. For that treasure between the towers. Okay. But in terms of our main missions, that then means our starting point is alongside this line. So our starting point was going out from here. It was going out from this on the directions. Which means this is where the pier is. We have a sticker for that. So it's over there. And now we can measure from the pier along this line where that rose bush is. Hi, seagull. How you doing? Actually, there is those two sticky out bits. So that might be... Huh. So is it more towards here, the pier, then? Okay. And then if we measure steps from here to the bush... Okay, so about 6, because it's almost filled to 6. So if we mark this line, and then measure 6 steps, and start from here, then measure 6 steps. So if everything's correct, this is where the rose bush should be on the map. Oh, slightly off. Slightly off on the distance, I think, alongside the line. So we get 2 stars this time. But close enough to pass. Okay, but then we have to work our way around this corner. So what's the best sort of landmark for that? Because obviously the tree stump is not gonna be on the map. Let me see what else I can mark out then. So this gate is not perfectly aligned where with this tower is, so it's all sort of offsets we would have to deal with. And this tower is basically located in such a way that we can't easily just hop around from it, right? It's making us work for it through additional measurements and means. I'm just checking this ruin for any map clues. Anything in here? In this tower? No, that's just branches. Okay. No clues. So we just have to figure out how to measure. So yeah, this, yeah, if we look through this, there is the poppies. Then along here, it's just the... Yeah, it's slightly offset from the poppies, right? Because when we go straight through here, we're gonna end up just above them. But let's try that. Let's try measuring to the arch between the islands, because that's on a direction. I think. Let's see. Okay, that gets us to the bottom of the islands. Basically going directly south. No, it will get us into the water. But it will get us into this little thing. But that's then a line like this. No, I think we have to measure it from the other side because there is like just too many obstacles here. So if we're going through this arch, then it gets us there. So let's try this. If we measure slightly further from the rose bush, right? If we measure around 8 steps along this line, that's 6, 7, 8 from the pier to here. But we should be around, don't change the size. It's kind of fiddly when I grab it, whether it's drawing the line or if it's changing size. Okay. So we should be around here in terms of where we're looking at. Lots of lines now. Let me just clean up a bit. We can zoom, but we can't make the erasers. And then we're looking somewhere that direction to reach to those poppies. Because they're basically there, right? Like 8.5 steps away. From here. Why is it not drawing circles now? Oh, do I have to add the pencil? Ah, there we go. I think, yeah, the treasure is somewhere here, like around the gate, around the bush. Yeah, the tools are, so basically this is our range for where the poppies might be, and we just have to align like the actual line we're on. Right, so we have to figure out what the alignment is. But yes, that means the treasure, it should be somewhere here, like under the gate or along this ridge here, right? Because it's between the two towers. But then it's not quite here. Maybe it's not under the gate quite. Maybe it's like here, because that's between. No. Okay. Well, the poppies then. It's interesting that there's like this coast here that's like super straight. So can we use this? Is this piece, right? So we know that this piece of straight shore is here. So we know it's like if we look down from here, we're looking at the poppies over there. Ah, fallen into the water and died. What a shame. Okay, so they're almost aligned with this corner here. This corner. So actually, if that's the case, there would be somewhere here. If that's aligned with the line we marked previously. Nope. 1.7 steps away. Not quite. But it's close enough to count. But yes, I think we're just gaining error over time. Okay, but if we were to go from this coast straight, then we're kind of in the middle of it. Because then we still have to do the third flower. Ah, stop falling off! Stop drowning. Okay. 8 to 9 steps is somewhere the distance to those flowers. Let me just erase. Because it keeps where we put the markers before, so we know that this is it. So like this is the range we've gone in this tool, right? I try to basically go straight off the shore, like facing this way. She just gets stuck on that trunk, so we can't quite see it. So in theory, if my walking were straight, should have ended up like somewhere around here, right? If this is, I went from about the middle and walked that distance, so I'm somewhere here, in theory. And then from here, the poppies are like within 3, or not the poppies, the wallflowers are within 3 steps of us. This is now like a geometry class or something. So yeah, they're somewhere around here basically, I think. If I got all of my directions correct. One step away. We ended up in a wall with our camera. Okay, it's over there. Ah, can't see. It's just all on the edge there. So yeah, okay, so that finishes that island immediately. Okay, so we only found one of the 3 treasures. There's also a broken tower. Maybe the landmark tower is the wrong one. Yeah, potentially. I mean, we can go back, right? Just travel back to that island, take another loop. So there is that tall tower, and there is like that smaller tower there. Oh yeah, maybe, because it has like the little shapes at the top. And maybe it wasn't that tower, maybe it was this tower, although this tower doesn't also look like... Hard to tell, because it's indicating that it's a taller tower, right? Like, it's showing us that this kind of castle tower, it's taller than that other white tower. Obviously this tower is broken, so it could have been much taller than that. Me just jumping on walls to see if I can get somewhere new. Okay. We can inspect from here. Seagulls. Okay, I mean, if it was between this tower... Ah! Died. If it was between this tower and that tower, it would basically be around where the poppies are. But that's also not it. Curious. Okay, well, what we can do is measure some distances. Because if it's... Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem to have fall damage, we just seem to get away with it. If we assume it's the original two towers, we can tell that the distance between them is like... 10... 13 steps. So it's gonna be 6.5, it's gonna be the middle between them. So basically where those two circles meet on a line between the two towers should be where the treasure is. Here. But if we're looking between the rose bush and the poppies, right? It's not on that line. It's slightly offset. It's offset towards the marker tower by like couple steps at least. Yes, welcome to geometry. Okay, just like one step and a bit. So this is the line between that and, but that would imply that yes, it's basically somewhere here. And yet it's not. Ah! Just jump roll. So yeah, not quite sure on this one. So I guess we can just proceed with our quests, right? Like we can do this without the few additional stickers. So we can see where our quest takes us further. Yes, chickens have moved on to geometry.
Map.
That's crazy. There's so many statues.
Map.
And water.
Map.
Water is terrible for my circuit board, so yes, especially salty waters.
Map.
But just look at all those red fish.
Map.
Oh yeah, the fish near the basalt rocks in the water. They're really cute.
Map.
Oh, by the way, Milo asked if you could mark the missing statue. Also, he gave me this photo for you.
Map.
I'm sorry, he's still so reserved. He doesn't have it easy with all those other kids at school. What the other kids are doing to him. We have to go beat them up. They always laugh at him when he talks about Raven City. Maybe that's why he didn't want anyone new in the crew. How dare they? Okay, mark the school of fish. Okay, now we're marking fish on the maps. I would like to inform you that that's not how maps work. You don't put fish on the maps. Fish tend to move. Okay, more ruins. But nothing interesting up here. Okay, there is a bunch of broken statues. Oh, tiny bird statue. And then, okay, yes, there is a missing statue, I guess, because there's 3 plinths, but only 2 statues. There are some basalt rocks here, but I don't see any fish. That's the 3rd statue. Yeah, someone has moved it here for some reason. Okay, I've gone too far. I shouldn't have gone that far. I've drowned again. School of fish. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Where are you, fishies? There's seagulls. There is some sea creature statues. I know, they're birds, okay. From this side, they're bird statues. There's more sea stars just drying out in the sun. More bird statues. Lots of bird statues. Oh yeah, there were lots of fish previously, but I don't see any fish now. We can go to this tiny island. Yes, they've removed all the fish. No fish for us. Was it you, seagulls? Did you eat all the fish? Can we go over there? No, okay, that's death. Not allowed on that island. Okay, fine game. Have it your way. They just sat in deep hole of the water. Okay, well, I'm a bit crazy, but I see no fish. Nope, that's too deep. Apparently, can't be there. I mean, here's the basalt rocks, right? Because they're the hexagonal things. So there should be fish somewhere near here that we have to mark up. Are those statues fish? No, they're birds, surely. Like, all I see is seagull shadows in the water. No fish anywhere. Okay, well, this is the island we're on, so that's at least I can tell you that. Mark the school of fish near the basalt rocks. Well, I can tell you where the rocks are. Because they're right here. Just as the island ends. And towards the other island, right? So they're basically along the shore here. Like this. Am I just supposed to assume there are fish here near those rocks? Is that what you want me to do? Okay, well, the rocks are concentrated mostly here. Like, is that where we're supposed to be getting this? Because that's the rocks. And then there's some invisible fish. Well, we'll see how far off we are, and then I'm gonna know what am I getting wrong, maybe. Okay, so this isn't even near. Okay. Back to looking for the fish then. There is butterflies. Oh, okay. That's the fish. Okay, fine. I found the fish. Oh my. So how we're gonna measure that? Because it's off to there. Okay, so from this corner we can look to that island. So we can basically mark the line of sight here. That's what we're seeing. Looking there. Yeah, what are those fish doing over there exactly? In that one specific triangle. And then there is that tree over there, where the statue is. I assume that's the... That's the little island there, or is this one? Let me see. Okay, so there's like 2 little islands off there, so that's those 2. And then the bigger island behind. So, okay, so this must be where the tree is. Do we have a tree sticker? No, we don't know. We have to draw the tree. That's the tree over there. And now if we look from the tree towards the fish, it's kind of... I don't think I can step in this water. No, I can't. Okay. That's too deep for me. I'm trying to like eyeball it scientifically. So it's looking between the fish and the tree. We get basically kind of this part of this island. Too short for our tool to reach. But I think this is basically the line we're looking alongside here. So then it's just the quick, because it's like we can't measure steps here because we can't reach any of those points easily that I'm looking at. So it's all I can do is measure from the fish to the corner. Okay, so it's 10 steps from the fish to that corner I started looking from. So we can measure 10 steps, put it here, and then draw a circle. So this is our fish range. And now, if my line of sight between the tree and the island was correct, then they should be over there. But we can do... let's see. Is there another spot I can measure to? Because that would let me get accuracy, right? If I measure from the fish to this little island here. So that's like 9.5. So about this long. And then we measure from this island. Yes, so now all of the lines are meeting in this spot. So that should be where those elusive fishes are. There we go. Perfect. Now that I know where the fish are, I can tell you where they are on the map. Did it. Okay, and then we have marked the missing statue. Okay, I assume where it is currently in the water, not where it should be. Okay, so we can basically use the same tricks for that. If I just erase all that, fix my tree, because now if we look from that tree through the statue and up ahead, we might be able to get some good reach. It goes along those islands. Let's see. Like that. This one's harder. This one's harder. What can we align this view with? If we run like this, while those two are aligned, what can we hit? Okay, we just missed the little island by like a step. Right? So just off the island, like here, we can see to the tree. Why are we trying to mark the fish on the map? I'm not sure. They're just like, they have many theories about how we're gonna be able to find this treasure that we're looking for. Okay, and now we're basically here. So now if we travel along this line, we should be able to just measure our steps to the statue. Okay, 14 just about. So we can get 10 and then 14. That's along this line. Okay, let's get a second point, because that will help us align. So let's go toward that corner, because that corner is very easy to find, this one. So if we measure from the statue to the corner, okay. 11, because it was basically filled on the. So let's grab 10 and then we move it along so we can grab the extra step. And then from this corner, draw another one. Yes, and here where all of those lines are intersecting, that should be where the statue is. Not 0.7 off. So almost not perfect this time.
Map, 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 map. Map, map.
Fishies! Okay, the robot just wanted to see the fishes. That's what that was about. Well, and that's straight up to the next island. Wow!
Map, map.
That's amazing. Now that's what I call a tower. I would love to see it. Could you perhaps mark the tall tower, please? Oh, he's so shy. Okay, they're just having an adventure, okay? They just want to see things and explore. Yes, there is treasure, but, you know, that's just... So, at some point, they're gonna get some treasure. Okay, so there is the tall tower. And some other structure, and there's a bridge, but it doesn't seem like we can reach that. Can we jump inside and get stuck? Maybe we can get inside. Okay, we can get inside from this side. Any secrets? No secrets, just the tower. Well, we have to find some... Get our bearings around and see if we can find any other markers or anything on the island. Oh, wow! Huge deer. Hello. They're just sending you out to mark random things on the map because they're impressed that you can do it. Yeah, exactly. Look at me. Hello. Pet, pet, pet. There is no pet. Like, you know, I'm gonna be submitting a form after this being like, why there is no pet action? My wheel need to have pet action. But yes, we're actually missing, apparently we're gonna have like a spyglass and a camera and a hammer still. So, you know, we're not even there with the tools. Can we climb on the rocks to see from up top? But yes, we totally could ride the deer. It's big enough, and we're small enough. Okay, we're getting to a vantage point. There we go. It's our boat over there. I don't see any, like, location markers that we could just use. But we can tell that this is the shore we're looking at from here. So that's the basalt rocks there, like this piece here is the rocks. And so the tower is somewhere around here. More or less. So for now, just get a sticker to say like, somewhere there. We'll need to narrow it down. Like it's below, actually it's more below those two kind of inlets here. And it is quite tall, that's for sure. Okay, any further markers, clues, anything on the other side? So, what do you guys think about the game so far? Because, like, I knew it wasn't going to be, like, you know, deep puzzling, but it's cute, right? The characters are cute, the stuff is cute. Yes, I'm not sure why we're looking for fishes and marking them on the map, but, you know, sometimes it's like, you're just having fun, right? Just doing something fun. Okay, so this little path from here, it points directly towards the tower. So basically from here, this is where we're at around. Yes, there isn't anything like chasing us, the elder gods are not coming or asking us to save their race or anything like that. We're just kids having fun. Yeah, so we're basically like around here right now. And we're looking straight at the tower. And let's measure some steps. Although it's gonna be hard because there are rocks in the way. Okay, so 11 towards the rocks. 12. Okay, 3, 4. No, 16, 17 maybe. Kinda hard to measure through this terrain. Let's see if we can do better from this side. Okay, we can go downwards while we're measuring. Probably lose some accuracy. Okay, so it's 17 steps from this end to where the tower is. So that gives us one circle to mark up. That's 10, 16, 17. So we can put that here. And that gives us one axis for where we can have the tower. Ah! Don't do that. Accidentally erased it a bit. Didn't perfectly fix it. Okay. Need to find some other spot to measure from so we can get another point. From the tip of this, which is this bit, we can measure. Yeah, 5, 6, basically. So from the tip of this, it's 6. So if we grab a 6, put it on the tip, and draw, this is where the lines will meet. Keep drawing accidentally rather than picking things up. So in theory, the tower should be here where those two lines meet. Let's give it a try. Yep, the marker is in the tower. Perfect. Yes, I figured out the trick to doing that, where how we can find an object by just finding some map points that we can step from. Wow, the ravens could fly there? Flying must be so cool. Oh yes, I was thinking like, how'd they get up that tower? There's no stairs, right? But they're birds, they don't need stairs. I think so too. Well, maybe we should take a look at... Did I just see a deer? Where is the meadow that they graze in? Yes, the robot just really likes animals. That's why he was asking about the fish. Because previously he wanted us to do rabbits, right? Who cares about the stupid deer anyway? Wow! You're rude. It's much more important to find the raven flower. There must be a new flower somewhere around here. Perfect. While we're at it, we might as well gather some wood for my next project. Please mark the X under the bridge. Milo, did you want to ask something? Okay, so there's a new purple flower that they want us to mark. X under the bridge and where the deer are. Okay, well, we can erase our previous line, don't need them anymore, just leave the towers there. That's where it is. Perfectly placed. Okay, is this the bridge that he wants marked? I mean, there's a couple bridges. Do you mean... Do you mean like this bridge under this tower? No, that would be silly, right? Because we've already done the tower. So I assume he must mean one of those bridges here. There's yellow flowers. Okay, well, let's look at the deer then. So the deer are over here. So what's a good spot? Stop pushing me. What's a good spot to measure from here? Because the tower's over there, but the problem with the tower is that we won't be able to do steps. Because there's too much terrain variance. Is there any coast we can find to measure the deer from? Somewhat here, like near this area. So we're around here now, and we can measure towards the deer over there. Okay, so 13 steps. From there gives us the meadow with the deer. So if we go from this spot, start drawing our circle, it's gonna be somewhere there. Now we need a second point to mark that off against. We might be able to just do it by jumping down towards that post. So if we stand here. Okay, it's 10 to here. 14 to the second small island. So 14 to here. So if we get 14 and measure from here, we should get, yes, part between where the circles meet, and that should be the meadow. No? Okay. I guess too much variance with me just jumping through. I mean, it's near the deer. But... oh, wait. Did I accidentally try to do the quest for the purple flower rather than the deer? Maybe that's what it is. Because I think I have to be switched to the right post-it before I press confirm. You can't see it because it's behind me. But yes, okay. Mark the meadow where the deer graze. Okay, yeah, that's much closer. So, I wasn't wrong about the deer. I was wrong about which quest I picked. Okay. 1.4 steps, it's still 2 stars. Okay, and then... oh, yeah. The X under the bridge and the purple flower. Okay, there is a pink flower. Is that okay? Is that what you're looking for? Okay, where can we measure the pink flowers from? Well, the pier we landed on, we can see that from here. But we don't have that on the map. The tower, kinda, although lots of terrain variance. I mean, we're very close to here. Very close to this again. So if we go from here just to the coast. Like, there's about 4 steps to this bit here. So we can mark that out. And then again, we just have to find some second reference point that's easy to see on the map. I mean, I guess we could try jumping down there. Okay, about 10 steps to the pier we started from. The pier we started from is like those 3 bits and the little Hook Peninsula. So the pier is down here. And it's 10 steps. You know, accounting for the variance of like jumping off a cliff. So it's gonna be around there. Just making sure I have the right quest. Okay, 0.3 steps, so yeah, that still gives 3 stars. So better than the deer, more accurate. That's done. Now it's just the mark the X under the bridge. Is there an actual X under the bridge? Like, if we go under the bridges, look at them, do they have X's on them? X's on the ground? Oh, you mean this? Is this the X under the bridge? Okay. I gotcha. Okay, well, this is on a nice path, so we might be able to go to a coast from here. Okay, so that gives us maybe 17 again to this bit here. Ah, don't draw that. So if we measure 17, okay, somewhere between the flower and the deer. Okay, what's our second point? It might be like we have to do it layered, right? Because we could measure from the top on the bridge if we can reach something. Like if we go towards the shore from here. Okay, with 9 we get to here. We get to this little tip on the shore. Which is this. So in theory, that's around there. Not 0.4, so not too bad. There we go. So we've done that map, though we've not been finding any optional treasures so far. But yes, as I mentioned towards the start, like I wasn't planning for the stream today to be too long, so I think this is basically a good look at what the game is, what the mechanics are, what you can do with it, right? So I think we can wrap up here. And you know, if you like the game, want to explore yourself, want to find the optional treasures and, you know, see the further levels, the game is available now on Steam. So, you know, I encourage you to check it out, support the developers since they've been so nice and provided a key for me to play on the channel. And then, yes, I mean, we can continue it either on stream, or I can look maybe into recording the rest so that, you know, I can edit out some of the longer bits and me wondering about things and trying to find the secret maps and secret treasures. Because the thing is, like, we have plenty other things to play, right? Like, more things have been coming out. So I've already been talking about how, yes, there's an update to Escape Simulator. I know Crystal's really been waiting for the Escape Simulator stream because she's worked hard and she got us the rest of the art for the lobby puzzle. Yes, there is also a new room for Escape Simulator, so there is more than one reason to go back to that. There's the new escape room, so yes, potentially for Sunday's stream I would be looking at picking something else up, right? So it's not just one game. But yeah, I might just record the rest of it. I'm thinking about it as I'm doing it, as I'm talking basically. And yeah, on Sunday we can pick up the next thing that's on my thinking, which probably would be the Escape Simulator. Because it's only one new room, it might be a shorter thing even with the lobby, so I may also pick up some demos to do, since, as I said yesterday, today's been the Thinky Direct, so there's a bunch of new demo, and the Cerebral Puzzle Showcase is live on Steam as well, so there is plenty new things. So we may basically have a bit of a mixed stream or Sunday just checking things out. But yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you all for showing up for the extra stream. Thank you all for chatting, hanging out. Thank you to anyone who liked the stream. Thank you for members, as always, for supporting the channel. I hope you enjoyed this first look at Map, and I hope you have a good rest of your week. Do I play Thinky Dailies? I do not. Like, I keep seeing them and I keep being like, oh, I should really get into them, but then I'm always like, I'm busy. I'm always so busy with all the things. Like, you know, videos, job, other things. So it's basically slipped away from me, and I haven't actually started doing them. Apparently my voice is also trying to slip away from me. Anyway, yes, I hope you all have a good evening, a good rest of your week, and hopefully I will see you soon again. Bye-bye!